Alright, so we start off here with these are going to become French fries, like I said before. We'll peel them off. I got some cold water here so that they don't oxidize on me. We clean the table with germ-killing Lysol. Don't want anything sneaking around microscopic. I can't see it. And here we go. Now we're going to cut them into the shape of a fry, French fry. I don't know why they call them French fries, but maybe the French invented that specific cut. Somebody was sitting there and said, let's cut them into long strips. And they said, well, are you French? They said, yeah, we'll call them French fries. Remember in the 70s, I would be riding my bike. My bike was like my car back then. And I would have like $1 in my pocket, and I'd be hungry, and there would be a McDonald's down the street, and I'd go in there and I'd get like fries, eat them extra slow on my bike, and they used to cook them in a more flavorful fat. I don't know if it was pork fat, but the fries tasted so much better back then. Now it's vegetable oil. It kind of dries it out, but back then it was, I think it was pig fat, and they were so good. It was so good. I would get them and ride my bike, and then take a fry and eat it, and very, very satisfying. But my parents, they never called it McDonald's. Growing up, they called it McDonald's. My father would be driving the station wagon, look in the mirror, and he'd say, hey, anybody hungry? And we'd be like, yeah, we're hungry. And he'd say, you want to go to McDonald's? And everybody in the back would be cheering, yeah, let's go to McDonald's. But anyway, I didn't know it as McDonald's until later on. My family said McDonald's. And my mother, to this day, even though she doesn't say McDonald's anymore, now she's changed it to McDonough. McDonough. That's, she says, let's go to McDonough. And get that fish thing that they have, their fish sandwich. I think in my life I've eaten that fish, McDonald's, McFish, whatever it's called, Filet-O-Fish, maybe like 3 times. Not really a fan of that. But when I was a kid, they introduced the McChicken sandwich. And back then, if you got the McChicken, you get a free Flair pen. And I had like 10 of them. Now, I haven't had a McChicken sandwich in, I don't know how long, the McChicken sandwich, maybe a couple of decades. Although once in a while I will have a Big Mac. Even the Big Mac is a lot smaller than it used to be, or I've grown. But my father never said quarter pounder with cheese. He always ordered 1/4 of an inch with cheese. And when he would order it that way, they somehow knew what to give him. 1/4 of an inch. And that's being generous. Fire department. I'm a big fan of that new show, both of them, the 911. One's in Texas, one's out here. Love that show. It reminds me of another show when I was a kid, Emergency. Big fan of that show, Emergency. The helicopter, that looks like LAPD. Alright, so these are the drumsticks. I'm about to put the fries, just waiting for the oil to heat up to the proper temperature. Put some of this special spice mixture here. For spice, they say a little goes a long way. I believe a lot goes even longer. So, add a little bit extra. That's why I love Louisiana food and Jamaican food. Flip them over. That's it. I used it all. It smells good, refreshing. It smells like I'm in a cypress garden.
Like better than Mcdonald's.
It's the spice. That's good to you. Protein.
Good thing Mama made extra gumbo for her because if she didn't, then she would have to sit there and just eat fries and pasta salad.
Oh, is she eating the gumbo right now?
No. Then you would have seen it out there.
Right. So, salt. Pepper. Flip and repeat. Okay, everything's done. Time to go and eat. That's it.